So today it's something a little bit different. One of the bonsai channels I follow, Tony, has set a challenge, and I don't normally join in with the old bonsai challenges, but I've got a few trees that I think would be quite suitable, so I'm going to accept your challenge, Tony, and I'm going to join in with the Literati challenge. As I say, I'm no bonsai expert, but I will give it a go and see what I can do. So as you can see, the pond behind me is a little bit green today. We've got some Alparex in there, just dealing with a very small cluster of Costia. So they're going through that at the minute, so they're all a bit hungry because they're not having any food while they're having their treatment. Tough. But without further ado, let's spin round, have a look at the bonsais and see what I'm going to pick. So starting this side of the garden, we've got an awful lot of sycamores and field maples growing. Don't know if you can see that one there. It's sycamores and field maples. They would actually make quite a good Literati style bonsai, but the leaves get very big, so we're going to leave them. Got a couple of little cascades that I've started. We've got a northern oak, northern red oak. Can't remember what that one is, but it's coming into leaf, so I will find out very shortly. Got a few silver birches, but these have only just arrived in these pots here, so they've only just been potted up and they're not looking uber healthy right now. So although one of them would have been absolutely perfect, because they're, I don't even know if you can actually see that there, they're very thin, quite tall, and would have been ideal for bending, but yeah, I'm going to let them just sit for the beginning of this year and let them see how they do. And then got a few that look like they haven't made the winter down there, but the rest are all doing really well. We've got a few junipers, a few buxus at the back there, silvercrest, some more northern red oaks on there, just some strawberries and some tomatoes. We've got some silver birch, more silver birch down there, another silver birch, conker, horse chestnut. Got a few yew trees that could have been okay for this. Got a little pine that's already wired up, that's not really ideal. A few more yews in the back there. I've got my cluster bonsai, which is all sort of sycamores. I think I've actually accidentally put a field maple in amongst them, so I'll have to get that out. But yeah, and I've got my little forest I'm making there. That's doing really well, but again, that's already in and set. Got loads more sycamores and maples growing in my strawberry planter. They're literally just seeds that fall off the tree. Got my new big yew. That seems to have taken into the box, so that's doing well. Got another decent sized yew over there. The ones at the back in this side are all English oaks, and then I've got me a couple of Christmas trees, spruces and whatnot over on that side. Now, I've also got a couple of walnut trees. Whether they'll do any good in this country or not, I don't know, but they grew. The squirrels buried their nuts and they grew. But over this side, in the little Japanese garden, got a few more bonsais. Got another juniper down there. That unfortunately is too thick to bend. I'm pretty sure that's a silver birch. I did give it a go. It's got some gorgeous movement at the very base, but yeah, didn't want to bend too much on that one. Obviously my aces at the back there. Got another yew tree up there, little English oak down there, some more lovely aces along the back there, another juniper, more conker trees, more junipers, larch, another pine. I can't remember what that pine is, but I did put the ticket underneath. There you go, Pinus pina silvercrest. There you go. Hide the ticket back under there. And then yeah, the ones that I've actually decided I'm going to give a go, I've got to pick one of these. So first off is one of the northern red oaks, so I might use that one. Then we've got a birch. I believe that one's a silver birch. I think we're on a hawthorn. Not too sure what that is. Again, it looks like a birch, but it's bronze, so don't know if anyone knows what that one is. Let me know. I've got one that's already wired, but one of the smaller, thinner yew trees, so possibly that one, but I'm going to decide on one of these and snap back to you. Also got the hazel tree in there as well. I'm really liking how that's doing this year. Yeah, I will pick one of these and snap back to you. So after taking a closer look at some of the trees, I decided to go for the hawthorn. Believe it to be a hawthorn. It certainly looks like a hawthorn, but it's got the most give in it, and got some nicer branches up top to work with. So yeah, we'll get some wire on this and snap back to you. Right, that's now all fully wired up. You've all seen the wire a bonsai before, but it took a bit longer than I expected, so I didn't want to take you guys all through it. But it's got a double coil on the main trunk, and as you can see, we've got some lovely starter movement there as the trunk comes out here and then shoots up there. We've also got another bit of natural movement there, so it's double coiled, and then I've taken one of the coils out that way and the other one up the main trunk here, and I've put a thinner piece of wire in on this branch and this branch. The little ones at the top there I don't feel need any wire at this stage, but yeah, that's all wired in. Let's see where we go with it. See, I'm going to start down at the base. As you can see, we've got natural movement and it's heading out in that direction, so I want to bring the trunk back this way to start off with. Hopefully the two bits of wire I've used are strong enough to get where I want to be. Don't want this one to be a massive curve, I just want this to be a sort of a swept motion, like so. That's nice, that's good. And then what I want to do is, rather than this going back up, I want this to be a more dramatic straight, like so. And then what we'll do in this section, I want this to come straight up and almost back on itself, like so. That's also leaning towards me a bit, maybe a bit more if I can, without snapping the tree, because then we'd be starting again on a different one and you'd probably never see this footage. So that's looking good, I like that. So we come out, back a bit, across a bit, although I would like that to be a bit more flat, and that's kind of popped it back up, so that's better. Yeah. As I say, that's really leaning towards me at the minute, as you can see there. And then what we'll do is, in this section where it's leaning towards me, I'll leave that branch there, but I'll take that section. Oh, little tiny crack there, so we'll bring that back to try and make sure that doesn't split too badly, and that will heal up okay. And then one to try and count this bit and up. Like so. I want to take this one that's in front of the camera, keep it coming towards us initially, and take it back out that way, a little bit down, how's that look from here? A bit more. Like that. So that branch from here, it looks quite straight, but when you're looking slightly down on it, you've got an awful lot of movement there. So it comes out towards me, back on itself, and then back and up. So that bit's looking okay. What to do with this branch? Obviously this is where it ever so slightly cracked. in the bark there, so we want to be a bit careful bending this one. So I'll let that stay going up there, and then we want to bend it, keeping it pushed towards the main trunk. Bend it there, going down. I want this to come a little bit towards me, where that bud's going back there, because I quite like the position of that bud. And then if I can get it from here, I want a real dramatic bend right here if I can. Sorry if my hands are in the way of the camera. Just try not to damage any of the buds or snap any of the branches at the same time. Just curl that back round. Yeah, like that. So again, it doesn't look that dramatic from that angle, but got an awful lot of movement in there. This branch I don't think needs to go too far, but we'll give it some sharp upward movement in that direction, and then down and back up. Yeah. By the way, I am keeping this as the front of the tree as you're looking at it. I then want to take this back a bit because the whole tree at the moment is leaning towards me. So I want this to go back on itself, and then if I can, this at the moment is the leader, but I want to swap it for this one. If you can see that there, I'll tilt the camera up just a tiny bit. Yeah, this one here at the very back is the leader currently, but I want this one to be the new leader. So I'm going to keep that bent right back and then give it a twist. No, we've got a branch there and I quite like that branch, so I'll give that a twist that way and twist the trunk as well. And then if I can, bring that down and twist it out. Not perfect, but I quite like that. Let me see if I can get a clearer background so you can see it better. Well, after doing all that bending, I've decided that's no longer the front. I was just spinning the tree round and I quite like it from this side. So we come off the trunk directly that way and a bit curved and straight up over there, and we've got a nice slight curve going up to there where it then becomes almost horizontal with a twist and a curve back up on itself up to this point, and then we go across that way violently and then towards me, twist that way, yeah, and towards me on there. And then, as I say, this used to be the old leader here, but we're now going to keep that one as the leader, and that'll give it, if I can get you in there, that'll give it a much better, nicer taper. This may be chopped off at some point, or it may be kept depending on taper and thickness, probably next year. But yeah, no, I quite like it from this side. So I have just tweaked these two branches, the two larger branches, ever so slightly, just to make this side look that little bit better. I'm being attacked by the doggy. Nala, hey, hello. But yeah, so not perfect, not fantastic, but there you go, Tony. That's my entry into the Nala, stop hitting the phone. The Literati challenge. What do you think? That's about it then. That's my little entry. Hope you like that. Plenty more bonsai stuff to come in the future, but I think they're just about set for the for this year. Be just the general summer maintenance and pruning. get back up off the floor. But yeah, I was barking at the squirrels. But yeah, on that note, thank you all for watching. Like the video if you haven't already, and we will catch you all on the next one.